Annie was in love with her new bookkeeper, Robert Rutherford from England. Robert was not in love with Annie. He was in love with Millicent, his housekeeper, who was Taku's granddaughter. Annie found out, she became jealous, cast a scratching spell on Millicent. Where the flesh, it peels away from the bones. Within 1 week, Millicent died. Taku then seeked the revenge of his only granddaughter. Went into Annie's bedroom, made love to Annie. He strangled her to death. Ashman, the general overseer, he too was also one of Annie's lover. He also seeked the revenge of Annie. It's called Love Triangle. He
Yes.
went after Taku in the hills and he shot him. Annie died at age 29. She was 4 feet 11 inches tall. They said big dynamite comes in small packages.
Yes.
And it was a great example.
Yes.
Going on to Hyatt Hotel, a place called Palmyra, now called Jewel Grand. 3 palm trees there to represent the husbands. You can take to the left or the right. We're going up.
Okay, let's go this way.
Thanks, ladies first.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Love your shoes.
Thank you.
Is there a book or
Yes. Don't have a gift shop. Go ahead. Pictures of yourselves can be taken, and you can take off the view.
Yeah.
a picture?
Yeah, I can take a selfie of you too to get this view here if you'd like now.
Oh, it's okay.
Right? Okay. I'm good. I don't need a photo.
No?
You want me to take a photo of you?
Oh, no, no.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. There's a step up right here, so watch your steps. Stepping up. Once again, welcome to the Rose Hall Great House. As you hear my name, Fisha. Take pictures wherever you go. I will allow you. The ropes, they're not to go over. The chairs, they're not to sit on. This would be the ballroom. Palmer's socializer, 12 to friends. Down to 17th and 18th century chamber music. No reggae, no Bob Marley back then.
Yeah.
I believe they were bored. But rooms are NRC candlelights. Today, lighting's converted into electricity. Original chandelier, 18th century piece, French gold beret. Grandfather clock in the corner was donated to this house by the late famous country western singer Johnny Cash. He once had a great house 5 minutes drive away from here in Cinnamon Hill. Johnny Cash and the present owners, the Rollins, they were close friends. He was also a resident in Jamaica for 40 years. We do tours by the Cinnamon Hill Great House Mondays to Fridays. There are a lot of Oriental or Asian pieces, nothing to do with the house. The Rollins likings and their tradings, they're the ones that brought them here. There are fabrics on the walls. They are not wallpaper. They are silk fabrics. They changes 5 to 10 years or longer due to humidity here in Jamaica. The woodworks in the house, they're Jamaican mahogany. The furniture, genuine 17th, 18th, and early 19th century pieces. Any questions you care to ask?
So, they still own the property,
Still do.
so they're the ones that kind of keep with the upkeep and make sure
Correct.
everything gets taken care of to preserve
Correct.
everything. Wow.
How many generations?
No, they purchase it. Nothing
Right.
to do with the Palmers.
No,
or
they
anything.
bought it and they're the ones who initiated the
John
Renovation.
Rollins came here on a business trip, fall in love with it, found out it's a historical home, and this is it today.
that family has been. So the silk only lasts
5
5 to 10
10 years
years.
or longer.
or longer because
The
of
humidity.
And obviously there's no central air here, so
Yes.
just the windows.
But they
natural.
serve lungs.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a much cooler inside already, you can feel it.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes.
Alright, so we're going to the library.
Go.
Ooh, the floor is creepy.
This was abandoned by the original because she killed her husband.
Alright, so we're in the library. Business discussions were held here. Original portrait, she's Rose. First and good mistress, Rose Hall named after her. She had 4 husbands, they all died naturally, unlike Annie, who murdered all 3 of hers. We have no portraits of Annie. The night she was killed, the slaves burned all her personal belongings. They did not like Annie for her cruelty. We have here a 1765 century mahogany cane chair unfolded. It becomes a library steps. To reach high shelves of books and records. The average height of people back then were 5 feet 2 inches tall. Short people back in those days still is.
Okay.
So from here you go straight across. Main dining room.
This is how they do
So you said Annie was 4'11", you said, right?
Yeah, she was 4'11".
Wow.
Welcome to the main dining room. The Palmers dine when there are guests in the house. Sheraton banquet table, chairs, ribbon, Chippendale. Directly across, a piece mahogany break front with 18th century trade Chinese dishes on display. Someone took picture of the chandelier, image of a flying bat appears in it. This side, original portrait, it is King Louis XVI of France. He was beheaded in the Revolution War. The French governed in Haiti, and in coming to Jamaica, she brought it with her. Sheraton sideboard table, Sheraton knife box. Once closed, locked to the key. Dinner knives is what would have placed in it. Yes, it may look like an urn. It does not hold Annie's ashes. It's just a dinner knife box.
Yeah,
Art
okay.
gallery.
Similar to the cabinet that we used to have.
Yeah, the buffet type.
Yeah.
Keep all of this in the morning.
No one knows who they are.
Oh.
The portrait, original 18th century. Neither Annie nor Rose had children. They believe the girl in red, she could be Annie. Her favorite color would have been red. If you walk a pathway, you look at the girl in red, you'll notice her eyes turns with you. You want to give it a try? See how much the girl in red likes you to come with you?
Yes.
She coming with you, right?
Yeah.
I guess she like you all then. Because by the time you leave here and you see the girl in red, you'll be telling her you're only passing through. Very good
Wow.
eye cheese. The area that we are in was the reception hall. There would be the main entrance. You could not make abrupt entrance in ballrooms back then. Kitchens were made on the outside. We're afraid of the main houses to be burned. Servants serving those meals had was to whistle. Caught not whistling, believed they were stealing food, they beheaded them. Today this house currently owned by the American couple Michelle and late John Rawlings from Wilmington, Delaware. The Rawlings bought the house in 1960, had it restored in 1966 to 1971, spending $2.5 million on restorations. The Rawlings did not disclose purchasing cost. That is the condition of the house.
Yeah.
Well, the Rawlings bought it in 1960. The house did not burn. It stood abandoned over 130 years, decayed naturally. This house, 272 years old. We had 700 great houses in Jamaica. 671 were burned during slavery uprising, 1831 to 1834. We only have 29 great houses left here. But the house was much bigger, called Calendar House, had 2 extensions on it. East wing and west wing both had covered walkways. It had carried 365 windows, 52 doors and 12 bedrooms, signifying 365 days of the year, 52 weeks and 12 months. When the Rawlings bought the house, the 2 wings were badly damaged, they tore them down. They were made from wood and brick. The structures of this house made from limestones, came from off ballast ship from Europe, was in exchange for sugar and rum. Here in Jamaica, we do import 70% of limestones. We go across.
What's the Rollins family background? How did they come into their wealth?
John Rawlings, he had a trucking company. before. And then he went into becoming a former governor, general governor for Delaware.
Delaware, so politics and industry. Thank you.
We are in the morning or breakfast room. Palmer's dine when no guests is in this house. Table at the white, chairs early Queen Anne. Look to my right. We have a mahogany Welsh dresser. Pewter pieces on display. They contain tin and lead. Eating and drinking continuously from pewters could lead to brain poisoning. Believe that what could make Annie a little bit crazy.
Okay.
Look to my left. 18th century plumbing system or copper lavabo to wash hands and silverware before and after meals. The pipe broken from underneath the top piece. The water would drip in the pan. That wooden bucket over the rope, if you can. Take it up and feel the weight of it if you can. It weighs 5 pounds. It's doubled when filled with water, and I call it muscle builder.
Oh my God.
It is made from wood and copper. Give me a hand, let me sanitize.
Wow.
You're welcome.
I'm a firefighter, so I know that's the bucket brigade back in the day. All buckets leather.
That's
sometimes.
right.
Yeah.
But it was used by slave children, ages 5 to 9 years old.
Oh my God.
Carried water in wooden buckets a mile and a half away from here. The water spilled from slave children 10 lashes across their back. Wooden buckets were to help building their tiny muscles, preparing them working in the fields. Babies born disabled are the ones who face in the sun left to die. So we're going upstairs where all lovings and killings took place.
Oh.
Wow.
All right. You're welcome to what was used as family sitting hall. The wings I was telling you about. Outside to the left, the green pavement, foundation of the east wing. Over there had 7 bedrooms, bachelor quarters and billiards. Notice the walkway there? Used to have the covering connected to this house. To the right hand side, where the trees are, yes, is a parking lot would have been the west wing. Over there are kitchens, pantry, and servant quarters. On property were several bear traps. In Jamaica, we have no bears. They're for humans. Slaves run away, feet caught in it, legs chopped off. Sent down in jail cells 16 feet deep below. No food, water, medical attention, slaves were left to die. Slave quarters were 3 miles away from here. 1905, Henderson's bought the house to live in. Their maid cleaned in this area. She fell over Annie's balcony, broke her neck and died. They believe the spirit of Annie pushed that maid over. They also say the house was haunted. So they were the ones that stripped this house of all the woodworks and furniture. Moved to Kingston, built a house called Braemar. Before the Hendersons stripped this house, they had taken photographs of the interior. That is what the present owners could use, who are the Rawlings, to restore this house back to its original form. Replica balcony. It was much more extensive. Below there was no roof underneath. Annie's favorite spot, sit or stand. She'd watch the slaves punished or beheaded out in the courtyard. Form of entertainment for her. No television or internet back then. So we're going in the rooms where the killings took place.
Okay.
Let's step inside. You can touch the fabric here. It's called crewel. Here, fabric hand embroidered or hand stitched in India. Annie strangled her 3rd husband here. She had help from Tappy, the slave lover. Said what goes around comes around. All the beds you'll notice they're short while you're going through were not because of average height, of people back then. They sat up or curled sleeping, believed it was good for their digestive systems. They were late eaters, thought lying down, choke and die. The beds there 18th century mahogany. Toilets were far away from the house. To my right in a corner commode, indoor toilet. All bedrooms would carry one. Once they are used, servants made to come up and empty it. Did not arrive on time, throw it on them. Second room. Step inside.
So this is
Toile de Jais, French fabric, one of the coolest room, once windy, stabbing her second husband in his sleep here numerous times, making sure he was dead. Hot oil and he poured in his ears. The brain explode. Bloodstains could be seen here. Not sure it's there today. These fabrics are on the walls. So my beautiful people, I hope you all can sleep tonight. Next, the red room.
Okay.
No wonder you guys have a night tour, right? That's why. This could be
bedrooms. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is ooh. Looks like
Welcome
this is
to Annie Palmer's bedroom.
I see.
Red fabric tell the passion she had for blood. In this room, Annie was strangled to death by Taku. All the portraits in this room, original, still no one knows who they are.
Oh.
Sad face appeared in the headboard when someone took picture of it. Look to my left, original Shea Islam family culture day bed. It was not customary for husbands and wives to sleep together. Annie would pretend she was fainting. Whatever she needed, the attentions of her husbands. Annie blamed deaths of her husbands on yellow fever virus, contagious disease back then. Each time Annie murdered her husband, slaves were the ones come and get the bodies. They went to the seashore and buried them. On their way coming back, Annie ordered those overseas to meet the slaves, got them beheaded. Should cover her tracks. We say in Jamaica, dead man, tell no tale.
This is her.
Annie Palmer's sitting or tea room. Intimate discussions were held here. Original mirror Chippendale, her favorite. Gentleman from Canada took picture of the mirror, woman appears. Second original, her sewing box, where Annie found time to sew. No one knows, but she did. I assume she sewed her voodoo dolls. There's that long string running on the wall behind you. It's a replica balcony. Used to ring servants when needed their aid was extended out in the courtyard. Pictures to the left on the wall, those were former English governors for Jamaica. So when you're through, make your way.
So this is a gentleman's room here.
Alright, so this is the gentleman's room. The first husband of Annie, she poisoned him. Poured arsenic in his coffee, it's called rat poison. She lived with the first husband 6 years, second husband 2 years, and third husband 6 months. Different strokes for different folks. I believe she called her men bed warmers. So ladies, please do not get no ideas now.
Okay, we won't.
Now this would be your room. The guest room, safest room in the house. No one got killed here.
Okay.
As yet. So ladies, we only have one refined, handsome gentleman here. I'm wondering if he would volunteer himself to be Annie's fourth place of the wife.
I'm married, so she's
Annie, you
good.
know that Annie don't
Yeah,
care.
you're right.
Ah,
You're right.
She didn't care.
My mistake.
So you never know. She probably should come and get the wife and get her out of the way.
Good thing she didn't.
Ah.
She knew that. She knew better.
She knew better.
She knew better.
She's a smart one.
Somebody got to take care of the kids.
Yeah. So guess what happened? Since I don't have you to volunteer, ladies, you'll be going down with him to the dungeon. I'll be locking you all up.
Oh,
throw
no.
away the keys, so no Wi-Fi, no jerk chicken, no red stripe beer.
Oh, wow.
Man, Not a good vacation.
Yeah, that's kind of cruel.
There's a fire extinguisher over here.
Mother, it's very big. In case of any disaster.
This was just placed there, I guess, recently.
Yes, it's just up the,
Current.
yeah. It's a museum, so you have to have safety.
Yeah. So how long has this been utilized as from the city?
Over 6 years.
60 years?
Over 60 years.
Over 60.
7 years.
Oh, we are going downstairs to the dungeon.
You didn't take me serious? Alright, so we're going down below. I'm gonna ask you, please be careful. These stones all the way through the original coral from the reef. You will find it a little bit slippery. We have that support rail to the side. We don't want to blame anything on Annie. So sir, you're gonna watch your head. I know you don't want to leave your headless. And we're not coming back this way, alright?
Okay.
So take
Okay.
your
Oh,
time.
we're not coming back this
No,
way.
so there's a step up there. Hold the rail. Take your
you.
time, go down.
Gotta take a video of you guys going down.
Ooh, it smells down here.
Like a dungeon.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this light.
Alright. During the restoration, the Rollings, who are the ones cut out, made the entrance for that side. A rum cellar. Storing all food and rum. Now converted in Annie's pub. You can purchase cool drink there. House special is called the Witch's Brew. Made from plantation rum with more rum and fruit juices. We have other cool drink without the alcohol. The beams are called bullet wood. Much harder than mahogany, not original. In the walls, there are tiny holes or slots, few others around. Form of ventilation slaves had in this area. This was the dungeon. Jail cells were on either sides. Now elevated and converted in modern days, ladies and gents restrooms safe to use. I did promise to lock you all down here, but y'all too plentiful and beautiful for me. But I will still let you talk to Annie by the tomb. Take your look on this side. This is the ground plan of the house. This is where you're at the main house, covered walkways, the two wings. Toilets were far away the courtyard. Ink, not blood. It points to where Annie's buried to the east garden. That is where the tour come to an end. Bear trap, human trap, original. Found on property, no bears in Jamaica for the runaway slaves. Restoration pictures took the Rawlings 5 years. This would be late John Rawlings. He passed away April 2000. A friend of his also passed. This whip is a replica of a cat-o'-nine tail or cat. Would have used by overseers on slaves for punishments. It will plait in 9 makes it much thicker. Hooks would be at some of their ends. Not all of them did carry hooks. This one did carry it. But it grabbed the skin of the slaves, pull the skin, and then tear those skins apart. Cat-o'-nine tail. So sir, if you wish to use the gents' restroom, you can step down, push the left, but Annie's waiting for you. Ladies, your restroom is on that side, but Taco wanna talk to one of you too.
Okay. No, I used the restroom before I came.
There's a showcase to the left, history about the Rawlings, letters and pictures
You
of
are
aunties.
good.
Thank you.
What happens if you need to use the bathroom really though? That's too scary.
Don't worry.
So the Rollins, they're the ones that converted these
Correct.
jail cells or into
And
running
elevated.
bathroom. So they
Perfect.
turned it into
Attraction where you can actually facilitate yourself.
yeah.
Alright, so go ahead, look around, read, draw conclusions.
not able to go to the Thomas Jefferson house inside.
I'd rather stay here. It's nice and cool. Oh, this is the family.
They did a nice ladies' room.
Well, for the night tours where persons jump on the side to the nearest area, where least expected. So these, all those, right, those are still, no, they're not used. But they're original. No, they're not original, it's just to show what you won't find without me.
Instead of you having to mine it here, even though there's limestone on the island in the country already.
So they're using it also like a.
We do
for
weddings,
weddings.
cocktails, fundraising, different kind of social events. Madam, you okay?
Yes,
Want to purchase anything or you're good?
I'm good. Yes,
Alright, so
ma'am.
now we're going to her tool. So you're gonna watch your steps here, stepping down. Watch
Okay.
your next, sir.
Also they buried her.
Yeah,
She was buried.
yeah, she's buried on the property.
Metal beams now, latex. That was probably wood back in the day. but
Yeah, so
metal.
this is the original
Yeah.
foundation, right?
Yeah.
Those,
We're going back in time, right?
Well, guys, what do you think? This is something you can come visit when you come to Montego Bay, Jamaica. It's an attraction. Look at that tree and its roots. We're coming up to her tomb where she's buried. Look at the tree roots. They're massive. Look at that tree. Wow, look at the tomb. Oh, look at that tree roots.
Now this is your friend, Tomb of Annie. Though not original, same spot she was buried. December 1831, Simplehurst grave with a wooden cross on it. She was buried here by Ashman the overseer. 1971, during restorations, the Rawlings found bones. Did not know whose bones was it. Sent the bones to examine, was proven. It was sent back, proven to be Annie's. 1972. The Rawlings built this tomb, placed her bones in. 1978, psychics called the spirit of Annie up. She confessed murdering all 3 husbands. Left the message saying she's the last mistress that will live in the house. No one had lived there since. what the psychics did. Place 3 crosses on the tomb, one here, one to the next end, and one over on the other side. It is faded because of the weather. They wanted to trap her spirit with a 4th cross, called her up, she did not answer. This side, it is left open for Annie to go and come as she pleases. Annie could be standing right next to one of you. I'm not sure which of you. No.
She loves this.
She loves her job.
Now I'm gonna sing you all a ballad.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's
Annie
right.
from a tomb song.
oh my
The
God.
late Johnny Cash wrote the song for the Great House.
Oh, wow.
And this song will also end your tour.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
On the island of Jamaica, a long, long time ago, on Rosa Plantation, where the ocean breeze blows, lived a girl named Annie Palmer, the mistress of this place. Slaves are living fair to see the frowns on Annie's face. Where are your husbands, Annie? 1, 2, and 3. Out sipping beneath the palm trees, near the Caribbean Sea. At nights I hear you riding, and I can hear your lover's call, and I can still feel your presence around the great house at
Rose
Rosa.
Hall.
Oh, do you know that song?
Johnny Cash sang it. Yeah.
But you know this song?
I've seen YouTube before.
Oh, I see.
I've seen her actually perform it. So,
Wow.
yeah.
On YouTube, right?
On YouTube, yes.
Only on YouTube.
Okay. So somebody,
Thank you very much. It was
Thank
my
you.
greatest pleasure.
Yes.
to be your tour guide.
Yeah. So now how you get out of here?
Making it Rose Hall.
so we're
And do
going.
hope you enjoy. Yes, we're going
Yes.
to go down parking lot. See, then
Okay.
the tour to pin to your guide is accepted.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. All right.